She talks about female leaders, female founders, business advisory. Oh, there is no female back there. Female entrepreneurs.
From the start, when I was 19, I started with my own company in the food retail. And within 5 years, we grew from 1 to 50 million euro.
Yeah. 50 million with 450 employees?
Yes.
What value can you add to it?
Yes.
Everybody, our audience, welcome Dyane Jager Dijon. Is it?
Yes, it's, yeah.
It sounds like a song.
Really? Okay.
It's a musical, you know. She's an entrepreneur boosting a good community of visionary female entrepreneurs with Stamina, right?
Stamina, yes.
Stamina. All right. She talks about female leaders, female founders, business advisory. Oh, there is no female back there. Female entrepreneurs. So all about females. What about Dyane? Let us hear, who is Dyane?
Who is Dyane? Well, I'm, like you said, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mom of 2 teenagers. I'm busy developing new things.
Cool. So all the way from your originally
Holland.
from
Netherlands.
Holland.
The Netherlands.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Netherlands.
Amsterdam, like everybody always says.
Amazing. So Netherlands, Mauritius, and now to Dubai.
Yeah,
You're a
well,
global
we lived
citizen.
in Dubai before.
Yeah.
We're just going back.
So it's an honor to have you here. Your journey as successful, let's say, female entrepreneur, again, an advisor is truly inspiring. Really, I know your story you shared with me, and I would love this story to be shared with the audience. Just could you share with us the story behind transitions you have been through? Let's say the big empire that you have built in Netherlands and all just like disappeared. In short, what happened?
Okay. What happened? Well, from the start, when I was 19, I started with my own company in the food retail. And it was supposed to be an online company, but it was still at the start of all the internet, like 1999, so a long time ago. And we started focusing on the daycare centers in Holland because they were like government supported. So they were a booming business. They wanted all the females to get back to work. And they wanted to have an environment where they could bring their kids safely. So they were popping up everywhere. And we stepped into that niche market to start with supplying them for all their daily groceries and everything they needed to feed the kids. And those are kids between like newborns until the age of 12, because they also do after school care. And we started just at the beginning with just some simple contracts and some companies that were, the businesses were developing, the daycare centers. They started like as a small foundation. And then after a few years, they become like really big players in the market. And then they would sign contract with us for long term. And then we would supply them like 2 or 3 times a week. And within 5 years, we grew from 1 to 50 million euro. And it was a really nice journey. I mean, we did it for almost 15 years.
You were managing an army. Don't say simple things. Don't say it was quite simple. How many employees were you?
Simple. No, but you need also the people around you. You can never do something like this alone. You can start it and you can have the vision and you can have the idea, but you really need the people around you that you can trust, that you can rely on, and that help you build. I mean, nobody can build an empire themselves, like you said.
Yeah. 50 million with 450 employees?
Yes. Yeah, plus minus. Yeah.
My pleasure to be with you. Just like, can I get hired?
Thank you. Yeah, we needed many people because we did the logistics ourselves. We did the order picking ourselves, customer service, everything was in one building, all under our own care. So we did not cooperate with other ones to just make sure that everything was only we had contact with suppliers. So that was all.
So your move to Dubai now is to, let's say, empower with stamina.
Yes.
Amazing. So it's all about females. You don't have room for men application.
Well, it's not that I don't have room for men, but usually men are really difficult to tell them what to do, as they always call it. When you talk about coaching or about mentoring, then they don't like to take the advice of a female.
Oh
So
boy.
that's the reason that I was more focused now on the females. I'm sorry. Because females always feel like they're running short. I mean, we always feel like we have to do like 50 different jobs in one, because we also have mostly we have children, we have a household, you have a lot of other things as well. And that's why we used to feel disempowered. You know, you would get a job just to help pay the bills at home. And at a certain moment, women stood up and said, okay, but I have a vision and I have a dream and I think I can do better. And then you start building something, but it is so difficult in a men's world to build something as a female. And now these days, there are a lot of female entrepreneurs. Still, a lot of them need support. And that's why I wanted to set up Be Stamina. And it's coming from be stamina, like you have to hold on, you have to sit back and keep working, keep going, just to reach your goal. Because in the end, if everybody can support each other, yeah, there's nothing you can do. But it's like the female entrepreneur need more support, I believe, and more motivation from others around them to keep going.
So you're talking to women entrepreneurs in general.
Yes.
So what are you adding to them? It's like they're just struggling with their lives and families, and they made the decision to go on and create this business and all that stuff. So they are already in this fight and this war to achieve themselves, right?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
What value can you add to it?
Well, you always try to start with changing their mindset, because if they already think they're failing, then yeah, you have to keep in mind that your mindset is very important to even get to where you want to be. And one of the things that you almost that the most of them forget is to make a plan. Not just like, oh, I'm making a sales strategy or I'm making email funnel or whatever, but most of them don't even have a plan when they start. And I don't say you have to make like 160 pages of business plan, but start with writing down what you want to do and how does it look like and what do you want to achieve in which term and what kind of finance do you need? Do you need even any finance? I mean, where are your customers? How are you going to tackle the social media? A lot of people just start and expect them to throw in a website and go on LinkedIn or go on Facebook and expect the customers to roll in. And that's, of course, not what's happening. I mean, for me, with Be Stamina, I want to focus more on the growing and scaling business. So they already have a business and they've been through the first startup. But now they're struggling. Okay, I want to grow, I want to expand, or they want to franchise, or they want to go maybe international. What are the next steps? And that is the most interesting part for me, to step in and to guide them through what those steps are.
So Be Stamina, do you see it in your vision coming again to the 50 million you have successfully achieved?
Well, I don't want to put it a number on it. When I was growing the company you're talking about, I was more focused on different things in my life than I am now, because now I'm more about helping others before making money. Making money is not anymore the goal. I mean, before, I don't want to say it was the goal, but you're young, you're in your 20s, you're in your early 30s. Money is really an important thing in those years. And when you're when you're getting older, you're going to appreciate different things in life. You want more time, you want more family time, you also want to have more relaxed mind. And I think it's important to also focus on those things, because having a company or running a business doesn't mean that you always have to work 24/7. A lot of people say, oh, you're an entrepreneur. Oh, then you never have time. That's a cliche. I mean, it's not true. Not in my opinion. I mean, when you say you don't have time and you work 24/7, just become an employee. I mean, then you have better conditions, right? I mean, you make more money, probably, you work less hours, much more comfortable than being like the doorman in your own company. I mean, yeah, that's my vision.
Let me say you truly become a beacon of change in the world of women entrepreneurs. You've built up an empire, big one, and you're so ambitious, and you are trying to, let's say, transform or let's say convey this success into other entrepreneurs and female entrepreneurs and tell them it is doable, right?
Yeah.
So once it's doable, so what's the purpose of Bistamina? I mean, how this can support them? If there is another Diane that is now building up her empire with the food industry in UAE, right? So what kind of support can she have from you?
Well, first of all, the support is consistent of the community. So the community, the networking that's behind it. So connecting and networking with the other people in their community. I've divided into 3 different groups. So you have the startups, the growing or scaling, and you have the established businesses. So I gave them names as well, because the startups I call the group Perseverance. The middle group, the growing and scaling, I call them Resilience. And the established business, I call them Stamina. Because I believe that those words are really stand for like a power you need to have to get through that phase. And yeah, for me, that was...
So I can scale up with your program in this 3-group community. Wow.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And what do you think they can benefit from communicating with others? I mean, you are guiding the conversation, or
yes,
everybody when they sit in one room, they stay silent. Is there a motivational questions, or just like, oh, nice to meet you, It's like even real life,
yeah.
How can you do it in a way that it is like they all engage?
Well, first of all, online, there are like monthly sessions with the group, and a session sounds maybe a little bit like a difficult word. Like, it's not like a coaching session. It's more like we're going to select 3 women who are going to throw their problems into the group, and we're going to solve them together. So we're going to connect with each other, and everyone has their own experience. Everyone is on the same level. That's why I made the 3 groups. So everybody can learn from each other's experience. And everybody who's been through that already, they can help solve it. So it works 2 ways. And besides that, I offer also an hour of coaching one-on-one for them. And I'm organizing 2 live events each year in Dubai for the women to connect on a more personal level. So the first event is going to be in the end of February next year. And it's going to be about female entrepreneurs and supercars, because cars is one of my passions. So I'm going to mix it up, and I'm at the moment I'm preparing the event. So it's going to be exciting, and
Amazing. So cars, speed cars.
Yeah.
Oh my
just
God.
like exclusive, nice cars.
Oh my goodness.
It's not difficult, because in Dubai cars are relatively cheap. I mean, when I lived in Europe, you can have a nice car, but you pay 3 times as much for a car as in Dubai. So
I bet you're just like choosing the color of the Lamborghini or Porsche, or just like which car should I ride in Dubai?
Yeah, definitely. No, it has to be a real exclusive color. But if I would go now to select for my car in Dubai, I would go for a car that's wrapped in the Bistamina logo, because then everybody sees you.
A luxury
The
car,
opposite-
speed car,
Sorry?
a speed car with big stamina logo. Oh my God, is
Definitely.
that something? Yeah.
Because
Why
if you
not?
don't show you're successful, nobody wants to buy from you when you're broke. I mean, they want to buy from you when you say that you're successful, when they see that you have already established something. If they don't see it, they don't feel it. So why not? And cars is one of my first loves. Since I ever
Wow.
had a driving license, I always was very passionate about having a nice car. So yeah, I think through the years, it's always
So
been around me.
what's your car going to be in Dubai?
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
It's still a little bit between two.
Let's see,
Not
we'll
going to
get
say too much
surprised
about
maybe.
it.
Okay, we're so excited about it, and we hope that you can share the picture once done.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay,
But
just be stamina fosters connections among female entrepreneurs, and can you just like give us a glimpse or a story or someone has benefited from this program or platform? Do you have
it's a
a
membership.
Mm,
So it's like a monthly membership, because I wanted to make a connection between like a loose coaching program and a networking club. That's what I wanted to combine. And that's why I created this platform. So they can get a one-on-one coaching, they can connect in the group, they can chat with each other to discuss problems amongst each other. They can save it for the group sessions. There are all kinds of layers involved to go any further from the moment that they step in, so they can really connect with other like-minded women who are on the same level and that want the same things, because in the end all women want to have like a financial independency. I mean, we all want to buy our own handbag, buy our own shoes, no matter what the husband says or the partner. We all want to have a certain level of financial freedom to be able to do what you love to do or what you want to do with your money.
You see, that time runs by, it's like very quickly. And you know, with the stories like you, it's like we need a video series. I mean, really, for sure.
We can do Tuesday talks as well.
Nice one. Okay, before we conclude or start to just wrapping up and stuff, like, is there a piece of advice for those entrepreneurs in different stages of biz stamina or just like at the beginners, or what kind of advice? Especially you've been there, you've been at the top, now you're starting over.
Yeah.
So you're just like, you can do it. And now it's different purpose. Before it was money, now it's like more into
Helping others.
relaxing, enjoying life, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
So
No, I
what
think
kind
that's
of
the most
advice?
thing. The advice I would give someone, and it's really cliche, but don't give up. A lot of people give up because people around them influence them by saying, oh, that's too difficult. Oh, see, I told you so. I mean, we're so influenced by what other people think. You should just say and just go for it. I mean, what's keeping you back? Nothing should be keeping you back, because in the end, it's you. You have to make it work. And if you don't believe in yourself, yeah, I'm sorry, your husband may be saying like he supports you, but he doesn't maybe know anything what you're doing. So you really have to believe in yourself, stand up straight and walk. I mean, just step by step. It's not a marathon. I mean, it's like you just take one step at a time. Just take it slowly if you want to take it slowly, but you can get there if you just never give up.
Before also we wrap it up, we want to dig more into Dyane. Through that enlightening journey you've been through, with the experience, your story really was a remarkable journey for entrepreneurs and community building. Could you share a brief moment, or you remember that single moment when you almost give up, or you say, either I have to take this step or just give up, go back to corporate life, go back to my husband, please buy me this case or this suit or whatever,
No, I
and
think
just
if it's the
relax.
point of giving up, then you should probably go back to your support group. Like when you're a member in my community, that's the moment that you go and that you ring the bell and say, okay, I really, really don't know what to do anymore. Because sometimes you really have to start stepping out of your comfort zone and think outside of the box, do something completely opposite of what you've been doing to attract customers or to gain more clients or to get a better revenue. I mean, it's out
Just
there. You just have to.
tell us about you. Have you been through such moments?
I think we all have been through those moments. I mean, there are so many phases that you're going through. And one of the things in my company that I had most difficulty with was with getting a good finance, because we were in the food industry, and the term where you have to pay your supplier is really short. So it's really difficult to get any kind of financing through the bank, because they say you sell it and then the next day it's gone because the kids eat it. So what is what is there for us to gain if we finance you? So that was always very difficult. So we had to be very smart with our money, and we had to really make good calculations, which I taught myself how to get better in it. Because if you only have a select money amount that you can spend, well, you can only spend it once. So you have to be very secure, and you have to be very wise how you spend it. And those were the moments sometimes that you want, when you were growing so much. Growing cost money. So yeah, then you come to moments that you want to give up, or that you go like, wow, how am I going to do this next week? And then yeah, you just snuggle around in your network, and then we would come across investors or private bankers, and yeah, we always manage to get people interested enough to help us out on those subjects. So it was for us a struggle, but on the other hand, you learn a lot about figuring out yourself.
Okay, like reaching that level of earning 50 million euros in a business, and all of a sudden just like back to zero.
Yeah.
How did that impact your life, your concept, your belief?
Well, that was a very difficult moment. I always tell to people that it's like when you're like on the fast train and someone just pulls the emergency brake, you have to get out and you have to leave everything behind and walk. That's how it was for me. I mean, the government decided to cut all government support to the daycare centers, and we had 11,000 that we delivered twice or some 3 times a week. So that's a huge operation. And when they just decide to cut all government support, yeah, then it's a really tough one to scale back and to make sure that your company survives in a decent way according to all the rules and regulations of the country that you're in. And yeah, we didn't make it, so we lost the company indeed. And yeah, it's another lesson learned.
How long did it take you to get off that car and start walking after hitting the wall?
It took me a long time. Nah, I think it definitely takes you a few months to even really get back from that, because you're for years in such a routine and in such high vibe of always a certain stress level, a certain way of life, a certain way of doing things. There was always a lot of pressure every day. And yeah, I mean, it's busy when you have so many employees, when you have people around you asking your attention, and just going to zero, that's really that's really difficult to get back from. So it took me definitely a few months to how do you say, to de-stress and to find a new routine, because that's eventually what you do. You get back up and you go and look, okay, what am I going to do next, and what are my new plans? And yeah, for me the most bitter thing was that the government decided 2 years later to reinstall the government support, because the market was hit so very hard and a lot of women stayed home instead of going back to work. So yeah, that was a shame.
You know, talking about it is easy, but living it is like really heartwarming. Like uh I'm sure you dropped into tears and
Definitely.
just like
all emotions. You go through everything from anger to being sad to being
crazy
happy in a way. Yeah, well, everything passes. I mean, everything, it almost like you're going through a mourning process. I mean, you have to say goodbye to something that you nurtured for so many years. And in our case, because we were a pretty big player in the market, we were the market leader at that time. And when you go down like that, the media also likes to jump on and make all kinds of stories. And that's the most difficult, because you've set up a company with the right intentions, with the best intentions, and it was good for everybody. And when things don't go the way they're supposed to go, even if you're open and transparent to your employees or to your suppliers, you still get kicked when you're down. And that's, I think for me, that was the most difficult part to see, and to learn that people, they're, when you have employees, they're all friendly and everybody's your friend, but when they don't get paid or not paid in time, and to me, I mean, then you could give them the world running a company. Things go bad, everybody's enemy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. They start biting and eating and shouting.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Anyway, Dyane Jager Dijon, your passion, your empowerment, and the impact of your work is truly heartening. And we are immensely grateful for your time and insight for today. So thank you very much
for having me.
For being here, and really enjoyed it talking to you, and looking forward for your next success story.
Thank
to
you.
see you in that really new car in Dubai. Looking forward for that day. And for you, our viewers, you will find the link of Dyane, and she's moving soon to Dubai. Feel free to connect with her, especially female entrepreneurs. Well, thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Dyane.
Thank you. See you next time.